Ja, vi er nå inne på APL sin stand på Hortenmessa, og vi har med oss sjefsdesigneren som skal fortelle om en del produkt. Her ser jo både kjente ting og litt mer eksotiske ting her, men vi må spørre litt, for dette her var i alle fall veldig ukjent for meg. What can you tell me about the loudspeakers?
The speakers are designed a long time ago. Actually, I started designing them in the United States. They're unique in a way that the main unit with the Diopolito design carries a first-order crossover, which is known to be extremely natural sounding. And then the sub-bass unit and the support tweeter units are helping the main speaker to extend its range to the top and bottom. So we basically end up with the frequency response from somewhere around 20 hertz to 50, 60 kilohertz.
And you do that while the sound field, the perspective sounds very natural as well.
Exactly, yeah. This is the main goal of the entire product design, as well as the speaker, to produce as natural sound as possible, without fatiguing, without anything more or less.
But the next thing here is a turntable. It seems I have seen many times before.
Yeah.
But you said it is unique?
Yeah, it's unique in a way that it's designed to work with the Phonostage, the new Phonostage. This is a prototype here, but it will be looking the same as the rest of the products with aluminum front plate. The Phonostage, in a way, is unique because it has really powerful output. It can basically drive a speaker, and that is because it's a hybrid between passive and active RIA correction. And it also has a built-in power supply for the Technics. So the Technics doesn't have any more transformer built in. You don't plug it to the wall. You plug it with a special connector to the Phonostage. And it has improved power supply, improved clocking, and the pitch control is disabled, which results in much cleaner drive, and the precision is increased dramatically. So you get really good sounds.
But this will only work with the 1210 or 12, not the SL 1000, for example?
No, only the SL 1200 MK2, for example. But I would highly recommend the SL 1210 M5G, because the M5G is a special model in terms that the bearings of the tone arm has much tighter tolerances, and the output cable is OFC.
Now we have a power amplifier, which it seems you have forgotten to put the walls inside the cabinet.
Well, the power amplifier is also an interesting thing, because I started designing this in the United States probably in the year 2000. And at first I had those three boxes you see here, the two mono blocks and the control unit built into one unit. That was so heavy that together with my brother here we cannot lift it. So I decided to make it even more powerful and separate it on three boxes. And although it looks like a preamp with two monoblocks, it doesn't have anything to do with that. Because in every amplifier in the world you have two stages inside. One is a voltage gain stage, and the other one is current conversion stage, power converter. So basically the design is that the voltage section is built with tubes, in this case 6SN7 and T100B or 283 tubes. You can replace them without flipping any button. And the power conversion is split on two mono blocks that don't have any voltage gain inside, they're unity gain. So all the gain, all the voltage, for example, you need 40, 50 volts for 300-400 watts, they come from here, from the control unit.
Okay.
So that's why it's called control unit. It has a main processor that controls the other processors in those big things. And the power supply for the tubes are inside the two monoblocks. So the section, if you separate this on half, the power for this channel comes from this one, and the power for this channel comes from here. So you don't have any power transformers near the tubes, resulting in dramatically less noises and interferences with power transformers.
The same solution has been used, some very expensive things from Germany, I know.
Yeah.
But do you know how much this will cost in Norway?
Well, it's still not, the price is still not finalized.
Okay. So we have to do some talking.
Yeah, yeah.
And at last, you have this. This is a converter.
No, this is the digital transport prototype together with the new DSD Master, which is a pure DSD DA converter. The transport is designed to work with it. It has a special connection on the back. It's a triple balanced pure DSD connection. When the transport plays CD, it converts it to DSD. We have our own PCM to DSD converter built in. And the current rate is 256, DSD 256 at 13.5 megahertz. When you play SACD, you have the pure DSD stream coming from it to the DAC. The DAC also has built in the same DSD converter, PCM to DSD converter, in the case you would like to use PCM sources, up to 192 kilohertz 24-bit. They get converted to DSD, and you can select the rate, DSD 64, DSD 128, or DSD 256. It has an asynchronous USB, our own design based on XMOS. It's a USB interface that is also very rare because it takes only DSD, doesn't take PCM. It takes DSD 64 or DSD 128 from the computer.
Will it be able to play the 2L, the Lindbergh sound? You heard about the Norwegian company making the
Yes.
Blu-ray. Yeah.
Yes, it will play that. And it's funny you bring this up because we talked with my friends here that I own the 2L disc, which is the the blue thing.
Yes.
And one side it has SACD, on the other side it has a Blu-ray disc. And there was writing inside from somebody from 2L who said that he doesn't believe DSD sounds as good as PCM because he thinks it's a little bit muffled, it's not as clean and good as PCM. So I decided, well, let's play the SACD. I can demonstrate this to you. So indeed, the SACD was a little bit not as clean as the PCM, not as clarity was missing. So I decided, well, let me put the Blu-ray in my computer. So I did. I extracted the Blu-ray from the Blu-ray, the 192 24 kilohertz track, PCM. And then with the JRiver 19 DSD converter, I converted it to DSD. And then I created my own DSD disc. And I got to tell you that it sounds much better than the 2L DSD disc. And it sounds exactly like his PCM.
I think you have to stay in Norway for a while and still solve some problems.
Well, I hope I can leave this Monday.
I'm here to make sure.
Yeah, but my brother is here to make sure I'll be leaving in one piece.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you too.